Hi, I'm Tucker Thompson from T2P TV. We are halfway through day number 3 here at the Congressional Cup in Long Beach, California, and nothing has happened yet. That's because we've been on shore. There is no wind at all. In fact, it's been raining as well. So we've lost a lot of valuable time to get the sailing in. That means that the race committee has actually removed one of the double round robins. Today, we're only going to finish the first of the 2 round robins, and only 6 teams will qualify. That leaves the other 2 spots open for the quarterfinals, and we'll sail a repechage to decide that tomorrow. Now, the final question is, as the boats head out to the water, will there be enough breeze to sail? The skies have cleared and the breeze has filled in enough to go racing. We join the action in match number 1. Here's Chris Steele from New Zealand facing his countryman, Ruben Corbett. A slow dial-up has gone on for 3 minutes, 45 seconds, quite a long time. Sorry, 2:45, so almost a minute to go. Both boats heading back to the line. Corbett was pinned out for quite a long time from the left. He gets back to the line, but he's tight to windward of Steele, and they're off. Corbett from the right-hand side tacks right on top of Steele here from the left-hand side. We're very close to Port Lay line. 1 tack later for each team, and it's more of the same, but this time we are on Port Lay. Steele hung in there, but Corbett's wind shadow made it hurt. The delta now is about 2 boat lengths, with Corbett in the lead. Two more teams with the shot at the top 6 are Bjorn Hansen, who just crossed over Erik Monen from Port Tack. We're in the pre-start. Heading back to the line, both teams fishtailing and spinning, killing time as the clock runs down. Monen has left it too late, way down, below pin lay. He has to tack on port, and he's vulnerable. Hansen lines him up in his sights on starboard. 17 seconds to go, and that's not going to work for Monen. Monen luffs head to win. We're still waiting for the penalty call. Has he crossed head to win? Will he hit the pin? Will he hit Hansen? More flags. Close to contact. There's the umpires. They're taking a long time. This one's complicated. The result has to be yellow, and it is. In our first match, Steele was no match for Corbett, and he'll take the race. It's been 2 legs since we left Monen and Hansen, but the story is the same, and Hansen heads for the finish in front. And with that, Hansen easily wraps up the race. Back on the line, the breeze is picking up, and the round robin is winding down. Erik Monen has an outside shot at qualifying for the top 6. As does Keith Swinton, who crosses him on port and heads into the pier. The permanent pier is often a pick for the teams. As the clock runs down, we're in the lower left corner of the starting line. Finally, we head back to the line. Swinton hooks and tries to hold Monen out. Off the committee boat end. Will he shut him out? Lots of screaming. Oh, definite flags there. The umpires are going to have their work cut out for them. And it's a yellow flag. Yep, Monen captures a penalty note 2, and he'll spin 1 immediately. Downwind, Monin is back into Swinton a little bit. He's close enough to affect his breeze, but will it be enough to reel him in?
So far we had a pretty good week here, but not an easy one as we faced tough competition. We have one more win than a loss.
We've struggled a little bit early in the regatta, haven't really sailed to our potential yet. We've made a few too many mistakes, but you know, we've got a little bit of a lifeline now with the change of format.
So the goal now, as the change the format, is to be in the first half, so the 2 remaining matches will decide that. If we win both, we are through for sure. If we win one, we're gonna need some luck. If we lose both, so it's not good for us, we have to go to the repechage. So we are looking forward to having 2 very interesting and close races.
So if we can learn from our mistakes and you know, continue to actually sail well, which we feel we have been, but just eliminate the mistakes, I think the goal is to try and get into the quarterfinals, and you know, we'll take from there.
Swinton has rounded about a length and a half now, 2 and counting. He heads to the right upwind, leaving Monin to choose the left-hand gate. After the top mark, the gain for Swinton is even bigger as he heads for home. And remember, Monin has a penalty to turn. And so Swinton wraps up the race with ease. Into the final flight, and it is all on for these final teams to make the top 6. Scotty Dixon, if he wins this, he could close it out for Steele. If Steele wins, he could likely move on. Close to a collision there, but Steele spins around Scotty's bow. Coming up on 1:30, Scott Dixon is running out of options as the port boat. He'll have to get down below the line and jibe ahead of Steele. But Steele will have none of that. It's a port starboard again. Dixon does make it back, not before a few penalty flags were flown. 10 seconds to the gun. And Steele wins the start. Next on the line, Joachim Aschenbrenner on 5 points, Ruben Corbett on 6. Corbett wins, he'll likely move on. Aschenbrenner needs this point. Both boats off to the committee boat end. Corbett is controlling Aschenbrenner to windward. .125, Corbett is still on the offensive. Aschenbrenner running away down near the Belmont Pier. As the clock ticks down, and there it is, the gun. Aschenbrenner times it better than Corbett, and his bow crosses the line ahead. Next, it's Ian Williams and Bjorn Hansen, and Taylor Canfield told me this morning that Williams often has trouble against Hansen. Here's the deal, on 6 points, if Williams wins, he's in. If Hansen wins, he'll have a much better shot at going to the top 6. No love lost here. It's not a dial-up, it's an all-out brawl, spinning back and forth. Williams tucks in behind Hansen. Next, it's Hansen's turn. It is dizzying watching these two go at it just to windward of the Belmont Pier, and the crowd is in for quite a sight. Port starboard, right at the committee boat, right before the start. Hansen avoids, there'll definitely be a flag. Williams goes for the hook. Is he going to hit him? Is he going to push him over? Very close to contact. There was the start. And just behind them, a close finish as Steele wraps up Dixon. First cross from Port Tack is Ian Williams ahead. And back in Aschenbrenner's match, he's heading for the finish to take a point over Corbett. Our closest match of the day, well, you can see it right in front of your eyes. Ian Williams only a foot or two ahead of Bjorn Hansen, and the game is definitely on downwind. Was there an overlap in that jibe? Ian Williams, is there contact now from Hansen Spinnaker? Lots of decisions for the umpires to make as both boats jibe on the port. Now Williams will go for a sharp bluff. Hansen responds. There is a penalty. I can't see it. The umpire's got a flag in his hand, so someone's in trouble, and it is Ian Williams. Well, that's interesting. Williams goes over Hansen's bow, bareheaded no Spinnaker, but he's gone through the eye of the wind. He's shedding his penalty. Hansen puts his bow down with the Spinnaker up. Hansen's in the lead. Williams is hoisting his Spinnaker. Holy moly, what a match. Man, both crews have got so much on their plate. Here's the deal. Hansen's spit jib is not all the way up. His kite's not down. Williams' kite is draping in the water. The crew just gets a hold of it. More flags, more penalties down here at the leeward gates. It's Williams rounding to the right ahead, and Hansen in big trouble with his Spinnaker flying in the breeze. That little bit better speed, that little bit better crew work turns a small advantage into a big one as Williams leads Hansen for home. Well, the crowd on the Belmont Pier definitely liked the show that Williams' team put on there. There's a reason he's a 5-time world champion, and this win will send him into the next round. Well, as you'd expect, the action increases when the breeze picks up and qualifying points are on the line. So here now are your top 6 that will move on into the quarterfinals, but it's a bit complicated. Canfield, Corbett, Robertson, Aschenbrenner, Hansen, and Steele are now comfortably into the quarterfinals. But here's where things get a bit complicated. Remember that last match between Ian Williams and Bjorn Hansen at the leeward mark? There was a lot going on. Well, there was apparently a course change as well, and Williams wasn't sure which mark to go to. We just received word that he used a VHF radio to ask the race committee which mark to go to. And as you may know, that's outside assistance. He got disqualified. Hansen moves on. So that means Ian Williams will join the bottom 6 in the repechage round that continues now. Only 2 will join the other 6 to determine the quarterfinalists here in the Congressional Cup. Who will they be? Well, we'll find out tomorrow. I'm Tucker Thompson from Long Beach, California.